Hey guys, and welcome to part 5 of What If Naruto and Otsutsuki. The like goal for this episode is going to be 125 likes, since you guys absolutely bodied the last like goal where I asked for 100 and you got 175. So I see you guys are enjoying this What If, and before, I'm going to be honest, I really didn't enjoy making this What If, but as I got into the story, I realised something. All my other What Ifs, I would rush through it, always powered up Naruto way too fast, giving him the Sharingan, the Rinnegan, and all that. But this What If I haven't, and I've actually suddenly enjoyed the story a lot more. Anyway, like was 125 likes, and we're so close to 2,000 subscribers. 30 more subscribers and we made it. And I never actually thought I was going to get here. When I look back, I think it was 2 months ago, or 3, I had 69 subscribers. No, actually it was down, 54 subscribers. I made one video, and that shot up to 100. I was so happy. Made another video. It went to 250. I was like, oh my god, how am I doing this? Then I made another video, and another video, and another video, and I checked, I was at like 500 or 600. And then I kept on getting people saying, well done, well done, well done. And I was like, oh thanks, I guess I hit 700. But then one morning, one of my friends messaged, oh my god, Harry, well done, you hit 1,000 subscribers. And I did not expect that. From going to 600 and then leaving it for like 3 days to hit 1,000 all of a sudden, I was so happy. And then now, I stopped checking my subscribers, and all of a sudden I look again, it's 1.97k, which I'm so happy for, and you guys are really making me happy, and I just don't know what to say. But thank you guys anyway, let's get into the story. Last time we left off, Naruto had just met Haku, and after he got the speech, I was saying, do you have anyone you want to protect? And answering, saying, I have power. Power that everyone wants, but no one really knows I have. And I want to keep this secret. But I want to protect this power. I want to use this power to protect the people I care about. And so, I will become as strong as possible. I will even beat the Stage 6 path if I have to. And Haku smiles, and he says, good, as that's your great source of strength. And Naruto gets up and starts to walk off. And he turns around with an innocent smile, but there's a bit of malicious intent behind it. He says, I guess we'll see you and Sabisa later then? And Haku pulls out a senbon and says, what? How do you know? And as she throws ones, Naruto uses the flying Rajin and teleports back to Tazuna's house and goes to sleep. Now it's the morning. And Naruto wakes up and asks Kakashi if Kakashi and Sasuke could go to train together, and Kakashi agrees. But then Sasuke storms in and says, that's it, I've had enough. Sakura storms in and says, that's it, I've had enough. I'm not letting you leave me behind anymore. I'm becoming stronger than you if I really have to. And Naruto looks at her and says, really? Okay then, let's have a sparring session. And Sakura smiles, thinking, this is my chance to prove how strong I've got to Sasuke and Naruto, and even Kakashi-sensei. And they go outside, they do the hand sign, and they bow. Sorry guys, my dog's going crazy in the background. Shush, okay? It's okay, I'm right here. She's playing with a toy, but then she went crazy. Okay, so the fight begins. Sakura amped in her physical form with her chakra, launches at Naruto at a very high speed, which Naruto didn't even expect. And Kakashi's very proud, and Sasuke's just in shock, as he barely even saw Sakura's movements. But Naruto did, he blocked, but and to Naruto's surprise, there was a lot of force behind it, sending him around, smashing him through 3 trees. Naruto coughs up blood, which makes Sakura worry, and she was about to run over till she sees a green aura coming off Naruto's hand and healing his wounds. Kakashi's shocked, saying, wait, what? Healing jutsu? But this is when Naruto thinks to himself, damn it, this isn't quick enough. Kuroma's healing me as well, but I have an idea. And he takes Kuroma's chakra and asks if he can use it for healing himself, and Kuroma says, sure, I guess. And all of a sudden, the green chakra Kakashi and Sasuke and Sakura saw turns red, and his wound heals completely. And in a matter of seconds, and Kakashi says, damn, the Nine-Tailed Fox must be seeking through. I need to talk to him about that later. And this is when Naruto gets back up and says, damn, Sakura, you were good, but I've already won. And Sakura's confused. And Naruto says, you'll see later. and he starts running at Sakura even faster than she ran at him. And he throws a punch, now on Sakura in her face, where she's about to go flying. So Naruto grabs her legs, spins her, and slams into the ground, causing a crater. Sakura's lying there looking like Yamcha, but she remembers her determination and opens up her eyes, harnessing her physical abilities far beyond what she's ever done before. And with a single punch, she releases it all, straight into Naruto's stomach, knocking him unconscious. Naruto's in his head, and Kuroma's laughing, saying, "You really let that weak, billboard, forehead-looking girl beat you. Damn, Naruto, I'm starting to think you're not worthy of my power." And Naruto gets a bit angry at this, says, "I bet I could beat you if I really tried." And Naruto says, for God's sake, my English. And Kuroma says, "You sure about that?" And Naruto smiles, saying, "We don't really have time for that now, but later." And he wakes up without anyone realising he even passed out, as he stayed on his feet thanks to Kuroma. When he opens his eyes, there's a hint of red in it, but that quickly fades. This was Naruto using Kuroma's chakra to heal him yet again. And then Sakura's like, "How did you do that?" She's very lightheaded as she used nearly all of her chakra. And Naruto says, "Should I tell you why I said I already won?" And Sakura says, "Go on then." And Naruto appears in front of her. And he explains it very quickly and says, "Look at your hand." She looks at it, there's a mark. He says, "That's one of my sealing jutsus that let me teleport to that seal anywhere." And she says, "How did you get it on me? Did you do that before the fight? That's cheating." And Naruto cuts her off. He clears his throat and says, "You do not think about what you're doing. I placed it on you with the punch you launched at me. You should assess my abilities by throwing kunais or something, not just rushing straight away. I get you have a lot of physical strength, but that's no good if you just rush into a battle, because you'll quickly get shut down if the opponent's stronger than you. Don't always rely on your strength. Use a bit of your head sometimes. You got a big enough one." And Sakura starts blushing. And then she goes, "Wait a minute," but Naruto starts laughing and walks off. She says, "Aren't you going to finish the fight?" "Oh, I guess you're too scared to hit a girl." And this annoys Naruto. He teleports back to the mark and punches her into the stomach, knocking her out. Kakashi says, "Well, Naruto, really? You don't need to go that far." And he says, "Well, it's taught her a lesson, didn't it? Don't make fun of an enemy, he's showing you mercy." And Kakashi thinks about this and says, "Fine, I won't punish you for punching your teammate in the stomach." And Naruto sends some of Kuroma's chakra through her to wake her up and restore her chakra. And she says, "Okay, I'm sorry." And they actually continued their training. Sasuke and Naruto continued their training, and this time even about Sakura. The main training right now is taijutsu training, and Naruto's practicing flying at the same time and putting it into his combat. They're fighting and fighting and fighting. But they're doing the way Lee did it, especially Sasuke. They're kicking trees, punching trees, and all that. And this is where Naruto says, "Okay, enough. I need to give you guys something." Even Kakashi. First he tells them to turn around, and he places a seal onto their backs. Even Sakura. And then he places a seal on some of his kunais, and passes them one to Naruto, one to Sakura, one to Kakashi, and one to Sasuke. Kakashi really knows what this is, thanks to Minato. But when he explains it to Sasuke and Sakura, he says, if you're ever in trouble and need help, throw this. It will alert me and I'll teleport here." And he says, "It has my mark of teleportation." And Sasuke smiles and says, "You need to teach this to me one day." And Naruto smiles and says, I will. And even you, Sakura, because this will be useful for your combat, especially since it allows you to get up close extremely quickly." And Sakura smiles and blushes at the same time. Then Naruto and Sasuke train in the room, with Sakura watching, trying to learn some jutsu. To start, Naruto activates his Byakugan, and Sasuke activates his Sharingan. They begin. Naruto is suppressing his true abilities so he can actually have some fun. At first they seem tired until Sasuke starts using his Sharingan more wisely and looks around and finds a weak spot and lands a solid kick, sending Naruto flying backwards. Naruto laughs and says, "Damn, Sasuke, that was good." And Sasuke says, "Why are you giving up?" And just as he speaks, Naruto teleports to a kuna he placed right in front of Sasuke without him noticing, and punches him directly in the stomach, dealing double the damage that he dealt. And then before Sasuke flies away too far, he teleports ahead with this punch mark he just placed on Sasuke's stomach, and appears right in front of him and slams his foot into him. Sasuke blacks out a gasp and stands up. This is where he says, "Okay, I guess I need to show you my true power, what I've been hiding for quite a while." And Sasuke's shocked. Naruto's a bit confused until Sasuke charges up his chakra, showing how powerful and relentless it is, filling up Sasuke's entire body with chakra. He's been working on increasing his chakra amount, and now he's not nearly as close as to Naruto, but he thinks he is, as Naruto's never shown off his true chakra. And he pours a lot of this into a jutsu that he's about to launch at Naruto, and Naruto's laughing, but before he launches it, he runs directly at Naruto at full speed, sending a lot of chakra to his legs, which Naruto did not see coming, and he launches it. And there's a huge fireball right in Naruto's face, and as he's panicking, he feels actual fear that he has never felt before. And then everything slows down. And he's looking at it, and he's looking at the fireball. He's thinking, okay, damn, everything slowed down. And then he starts walking past it, and it flies past him in slow motion. And this is when Naruto grabs his eyes and says, they're burning. And time starts going at a normal speed. Sasuke looks at Naruto and sees glints of reds. And so does Kakashi. And they both recognise this as the Sharingan, but it quickly fades. And they see it as their mind was just playing tricks on them, and Kakashi sees it as Kurama. The Nine Tails, which he would call it. But this was actually, I'll let you guys, you probably know what it is. And his eyes go from red to white, back to his Byakugan. And Naruto says, what was that? Until he falls to one of his knees. And they take him back to the house to get some rest. And then everything goes as usual. They go and get attacked by Zabuza at the bridge, and they start fighting. But this time, before anything too serious happens, Sakura throws her kunai, not only waking Naruto up, but allowing him to get there. But before he leaves, he passes her kunai to that little kid. And this is because the gang members actually attacked already, and Naruto was there to fight. And he fought them off quite easily, and he says, "You ever in trouble again, even after we leave this place, throw that kunai and I will be there in an instant, don't you worry." And the kid smiles and says thanks. And then Naruto teleports to Sakura, and just in time as he manages to block Zabuza's blade. And he chucks her back and says, "I guess it's time for round 2, huh?" This is where Zabuza smiles and says, "Damn kid, I guess you're about to pay. I'm going to rematch from last time." And Naruto smiles and says, "It's your death wish," and he gets into a fighting stance. And he throws a kunai at Zabuza, which Zabuza deflects. Naruto teleports to the kunai he threw that was deflected by Zabuza. And Zabuza swings his sword. Naruto grabs this, chucks it to the ground and places his flying Raja mark on it. And at the same time punches Zabuza with open hands, yet again placing the flying Raja mark on his actual body. And then he jumps off the sword and backs up. He activates his Byakugan and starts looking around and says, "Okay, wait a minute, where's Sasuke?" And he turns around and sees Sasuke getting nearly demolished by Haku. And then he yells at Sasuke to throw his kunai, but he cannot hear him. This is what Naruto remembers. He placed that mark on his back, and he teleports in, deflecting all the senbon and flying at Sasuke. Sasuke's breathing heavily. Says, "Thanks, Naruto, you made it just in time." Naruto's anger is boiling, and Kurama can feel this. And he says, "Yes, Naruto, give in to your rage for once. You'll see the benefits after it." And Naruto says, "I won't yet. I'm going to have some fun with my own power first." And Kurama smiles. Naruto's really developing. As remember, Kurama actually likes Naruto in this version, as he looks like the Sage of Six Paths. And he says, "Wow, he's really maturing. He's not just relying on my power, which will help us in the future when we do that thing." And then Haku's like, "You." And Naruto says, "We meet again, but this time I ain't letting anyone get away." And he launches at Haku, which Haku just laughs at. until Naruto decides, okay, you want to play that game? He starts flying, which increases his speed dramatically, and he grabs Haku by the face and body slams him. And yet again, placing the flying Raja mark on him. And then he chucks Haku into the air and teleports to him, and slams his foot down onto his stomach. Haku flies into his ice mirror, trying to get away from him. And he manages it, just barely. This is when Naruto says, you want to play that game? Teleports to Haku. Naruto appears inside the ice mirror, but he starts getting extremely cold, thinking this is a different realm. And, oh my god, one sec, my audio's freaking out. Sorry guys, my audio just started going haywire. It might not have on the video, I'll have to check and edit him. And this is a different realm, made of completely of ice. And Haku's like, how did you? But Naruto barely punches him out, because Haku was about to go through one of his mirrors. He punches him out of the ice realm and jumps out the ice window with him. And before he can even land another hit, Sasuke's already in the air, using quite a bit of a chakra to launch up and slam a kick into Haku's face, cracking his mask. They both land on the floor, and Haku says, that's it, I'll kill you both. I need to go help Zabuza. And Naruto, before he can even do anything, Haku, before Naruto can even do anything, disappears into his ice mirror and chucks semblance directly at them. And this all hit Sasuke. And Naruto didn't act quick enough, and Naruto falls to his knees, grabbing onto Sasuke. He's enraged. Kuroma's chakra's seeping through, and he says, Kuroma, it's time. I'm gonna borrow a lot more power than I have ever originally. And Kuroma smiles and says, as you wish. And he just pours as much chakra as he can into Naruto, causing the three-tailed cloak. Far superior than the one we got in the original canon. And Naruto just looks at Haku, showing a shiver that even Zabuza's spine when he senses his chakra. And he launches at Haku, grabbing his mask and crushes it, and says, I know what you look like, no, don't hide behind this fake mask. And he starts strangling Haku slowly and says, I'm enjoying this. But this is what Sasuke costs. And Naruto decides, I can either kill you or save Sasuke. And he goes, damn it, and chucks Haku to the ground, going to Sasuke and pouring Kuroma's chakra into them, and launching a semblance out of Sasuke and healing all his wounds and restoring his chakra. And he looks to Haku, who got up again and is launching semblance at them, but this time Naruto has Kuroma on his side and puts his hand up, ready to take the entire blow for Sasuke. But Naruto's hand starts burning. And for the first time, two seals appear in his hand, two triangles, and all the semblance made up of chakra gets absorbed into Naruto and added to his own. And Naruto says, What is this? And then he looks at his hand and sees the seals, and Kuroma says, No way. Naruto, you can absorb chakra. And Naruto just smiles and says, this is going to be fun. And he tells Kuroma to take his chakra back. He just got a nice boost of ice. And Kuroma agrees and smiles and says, make him pay. And Naruto goes back to his normal white-eyed form. And he's looking at Haku with pure hatred. More and more hatred. This is where Zabuza jumps into the ice mirror and swings at Naruto. Naruto catches this in a blur. And Zabuza seems to see a red blur. And he looks into Naruto's eyes. He blurts out, Sharingan! Just before Naruto pulls out his special katana, which, by the way, you guys decided to name Unity Blade. And he stabs Zabuza through the heart, killing him. Haku loses it and rushes at Naruto, but Naruto just grabs Haku and it absorbs every drop of his chakra, killing him. And he drops onto the floor. Naruto's losing his humanity. His genetics are causing him to lose who he really is. He's becoming power hungry. And he's blacked out. Or at least he thought he has. But he's in his mind. All he sees is him going after Sasuke. Repeatedly. Killing him. But he blacks out, he wakes up from this and actually sees he didn't kill Sabisa. He put him under a genjutsu. And he looks into the water and sees his aura glow in his eyes. He says, "No way, is this a Sharingan?" And Sasuke looks at him and says, "You have to explain that later, but we need to hurry up. That won't hold forever." And as he says that, Sabisa breaks out and he uses a jutsu that ups his abilities and he swings at Naruto. Naruto can't think in time and he pushes his Byakugan to the limit. And I mean the actual limit, forcing it to go as high as it can, forcing chakra, all his chakra to it. And in a white flash, Naruto sees him and Sasuke fighting in a valley. Sasuke in a weird form with wings. But then he flashes past this to see another fight with him and this weird orange hair person with purple eyes. And another with a man forgotten with time, who even he don't know his name. And yet another, him and Sasuke happy, along with Sakura. And this is when Naruto comes back to normal. Time seems to stop, but it's moving ever so slightly. He pulls out his Unity Blade and beheads both Sabisa and Haku in a flash. And everyone looks at him, shocked, saying, "How is he so fast?" But Naruto's vision goes black, and he says, I can't see." And he falls to the floor. Okay guys, this has reached 21 minutes. I'm going to have to leave it here. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, remember, reach that like goal of 125 likes. And share this with your friends. Let's get them 2,000 subs. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, and all. I'm just repeating myself. Anyway, love you guys. Peace.